A showdown between two of the sport's greatest teams is about to take place. It's a battle that has motorsport enthusiasts perched at the edge of their seats. As the season comes down to the final 6 races, one question looms large. Which of these automotive giants will emerge victorious in the fight for second place? Will Mercedes maintain its grip on P2, or can Ferrari muster a stunning comeback? With the Constructors' Championship title already claimed by Red Bull for the second consecutive time, and the 6th time overall, the spotlight is now on the P2 fight. In the lead-up to the race in Suzuka, the Milton Keynes-based team knew that retaining their title hinged on outscoring Mercedes by a single point. Max Vestappen surged to victory from pole position, securing the fastest lap for a 26-point haul. Ferrari, on the other hand, notched 20 points through Charles Leclerc's 4th place finish and Carlos Sainz's 6th. Mercedes struggled, with Lewis Hamilton and George Russell finishing 5th and 7th respectively, ultimately handing the title to Red Bull. However, the battle isn't over. With just 6 races left in the season, Mercedes and Ferrari are locked in a fierce duel for second place in the Constructors' Championship. Which team will take the glory? The Mercedes side sits in second place, 20 points ahead of in-form Ferrari. The team of Carlos Sainz and Charles Leclerc have been very fast recently. They've had incredible form in the last 3 races that has seen them win in Singapore, becoming the only team this year to defeat the dominant Red Bull. No one will forget the race that brought the end of Max Verstappen's record-winning streak. Ferrari scored a total of 37 points in that race, while Mercedes scored 18. Ferrari closed the points gap between them and Mercedes again over the weekend at Suzuka, although both teams were left far behind McLaren. McLaren's Lando Norris and Oscar Piastri filled the podium as they finished P2 and P3 respectively. Leclerc came in 4th, ahead of Hamilton, who had quite an interesting race, highlighted by his brilliant overtake of Fernando Alonso at 130R and the dramatic battle between himself and his teammate George Russell. The battle between the Mercedes duo was intense and really close. It was entertaining to watch and at the same time chaotic. These frequent battles between the Mercedes teammates could potentially lead to significant chaos on the track. If the AMG outfit is to maintain its P2 in the standings, they will need to try to improve their qualifying performances, maximize their race strategies, and not throw away points by crashing. In the last 5 races, George Russell has had a total of 25 points, while Hamilton, ranked 3rd in the drivers' standing, has accumulated a total of 57 points. The Ferrari duo, on the other hand, have been brilliant. Sainz has earned 63 points for Ferrari in the last 5 races, while his teammate Leclerc has scored a total of 55 points. As you can see, it's evident that there's a significant difference in performance between these two teams in recent races. Reducing the points gap by 36 points in the last 5 races, Ferrari have the momentum on their side to overtake Mercedes for P2 if Sainz and Leclerc keep delivering these results. Lewis Hamilton has not been poor this season, even though this is far from what we know the legend is capable of. With a total of 190 points, Hamilton is 33 points behind second place Sergio Perez in the driver's standing. We definitely wouldn't back him to finish the season in P2. We see him remaining in his current P3 position, but with Checo's recent performances, you never know what can happen. As for Russell, he is P8 in the standings and on equal points with McLaren's Lando Norris. Surely Norris will finish ahead of Russell even though they're both equal on 115 points, right? It might sound biased in a way, but currently speaking, in the last 5 races, Norris has 2 podium finishes and accumulated 55 points. The McLaren driver is another driver who has shocked the Formula 1 world with his scintillating performances. P2 in the last 2 races, you can bet your garage that there's no stopping Norris from here. His teammate Oscar Piastri has also been putting smiles on many faces, especially on the faces of those who didn't count him out, but rather put fate in him. Check out the Oscar Piastri video on the channel where we spoke about his abilities, potential, and his road to becoming an F1 driver. So now you see why you should follow the Grid Report. Hit that subscribe button so you won't miss any of our future F1 content. Looking at the standings right now and analysing the remaining races based on form, one can confidently put his money on Norris ending the season ahead of Russell. McLaren as a team will most likely pass Aston Martin, who is now P4 in the Constructors' standings. As for Lewis Hamilton and Sergio Perez, the likelihood of Lewis overtaking Checo for P2 is very small. With just 6 races left, every point counts. George Russell will only have himself to blame if he doesn't wake up from his slumber and start earning good points for the team, because Ferrari is coming for that second spot in the championship. All 4 drivers need to be at the top of their game as the Mercedes versus Ferrari battle continues until the end of the season. Until next time, goodbye.